Hello, welcome to another episode of the Flicking Game Guys podcast. This is episode, I don't know, 6 or 7 of our official video uploads on YouTube. So we're back again.
We're here.
It's been about a month, I think.
At least, right?
Roughly, yeah.
Been a good amount of time, for sure.
It's all right. Content will happen, and it has. So, yeah, we are the Flicking Game Guys, 3 friends who, this is the only podcast that I can think of where you're going to hear about video games and a movie. So it's pretty special.
The only one.
It's the only one. Don't even Google it. There's probably not another one out there. We're the only one. So, yeah, you're in a special place
you heard
here.
it here first.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm David. Up here we got Marco.
How you doing?
Over here is Brian.
Yo.
We stream on Twitch. We play video games. We are working men and have busy lives. So we're here to record whenever we get a chance. And yeah. So this week we are talking about Behind the Mask: The Rise of Leslie Vernon from 2007. But as we always do, I think we should talk about games and just other random stuff. Because that's our format, right, guys?
Is it a format or is it kind of just like, I feel like it's more of a conversation now between 3 guys.
It is.
And we just kind of put it online.
I think those are honestly some of my favorite podcasts to listen to, or where you just feel like it's a conversation, and it's not scripted.
Yeah,
I enjoy
that.
that.
The tangents can be a
Well,
little much.
He's the.
I'm.
You are the tangent king.
It's
That's what
Marco.
I'm saying. My tangents can be a little much.
It's There's nothing harder I've faced in life than trying to veer a conversation with you in one direction. It's a skill, and I'm not very good at it yet. I'm not skilled at it, and I'm trying.
It's not just you.
But
not just you. You should see me during debates. Pretty funny. I can steer the conversation wherever I want by just ignoring and just fucking attacking violently.
Just not listening, huh?
Oh, that's how you do it. That's how you win. I figured I learned it from God, can I say it? I've learned it from the female sex. Ignore and attack. And every conversation is one. But I'm losing friends by the truckload. So
and there goes our female viewers.
Look,
Sorry.
7 of you come back, okay? Nero, you're still here because you're technically a part of the crew. All right, I don't care. She's like the quiet 4th member.
Yeah, I mean, I did bump her out of the Discord because I felt bad making the call every time and have her getting pinged, and then I have to unping her. But
doesn't need to
you
be in
did?
here anyway.
Oh, that's why
she doesn't read it anyway.
I called her the quiet 4th.
She doesn't read it. She doesn't read it anyway. So, but
for the boys.
for the boys.
Okay.
I still love you, Nero. Anyway.
Get her ready.
But wow. We've had about a whole month here. We've had to been playing a shit ton of games, right, guys? What's going on?
Why don't you go first?
Me? Oh no, I'm not ready. Now I'm ready. God of War Ragnarok came out, and I'm excited about it, but I kind of wrote it off when I get a PS5, I'll play it. I don't know when that's going to happen. But I had heard recently that, the PS4 version is actually pretty damn good. It's just fine. And
For the Xbox at all, or no?
Xbox? No, it's just PlayStation.
Oh,
It's a Sony exclusive.
Sony, yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
So,
Wait, can I just touch on that God of War? I have to say, from what I've seen of the game,
mhm.
I am not really that impressed. It's kind of like the way these games work is just like set piece after set piece on, you're going down a straight path. Yes, there's side missions and such, but it's kind of like being on what do they call it? An invisible roller coaster.
Okay.
Someone talk. That's what they called it as. It just seems like there's the combat's not that great. It's the same thing as the last game for me personally. And it just seems like all it's going to be is the same thing again. Exactly. I mean, I guess if that's what you'd like.
How far have you gotten in the story?
I mean, I beat the first game, but it's more of like a
in the
It's more of
second
like
one.
I haven't played the second game.
Oh, you can't say the combat is like the first one.
Well, he
You
said
haven't
Well, I'm
played
from
just
what
it.
saying
he's seen.
from
Oh,
what I've
okay.
heard and what I've seen and of game, such, it just seems like it's more of the same exact thing, and it's just kind of like the combat isn't that deep, and the enemies are like fucking sponges, and it's just kind of like comparing it to like having it be game of the year, like in whatever is going on right now, like Game Fest or whatever the hell it is. It's like gonna be like up for game of the year.
Yeah.
Half the people who haven't even beaten the fucking game yet. It just came out. But what I'm saying, my whole point is like the game isn't the combat's not that deep, and it's just like talking and shit the whole fucking game. I don't know. I don't really see how it's more. It's no different than like a visual novel. You know what I mean? I don't know. Just my thoughts on it. But
What were your thoughts on the first one?
I thought it was okay. I wasn't like blown away by it,
Yeah.
but like the world is very beautiful and everything. But it's just like you go to point B, or you go to point B. There's talking in between. You go on the boat, and then you go to the next place, and then you beat up fucking enemies that take too many hits to kill. Because I played on the hardest difficulty, and it's just like
Well,
I don't know.
don't do
It just
that.
wasn't for me. But you know what I mean? Like Kratos never once felt powerful in the game compared to the cutscenes. You know what I mean? Like he can jump fucking 40 feet in the fucking air, but then I can't go over like a little lip. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
just things about that. It's the same. It's like the same game as in Uncharted, right? You do a little set piece, you do some talking bullshit, and then you move on to the next. And it's just like that game formula for me is just kind of like meh.
Well, it just depends on what you're looking for in the game, right?
Yeah.
Like Uncharted, I think has one of the best storytelling. Like
Right.
it tells such a good story that I'm like, I kind of want to sit Keisha down and let her watch this kind of movie game with me, sort of deal, right? Like if you took just the cutscenes, I mean, I guess you would need some of the gameplay to get the story aspects, but I mean, honestly, the Uncharted games are tell some of the better stories. I think in at least PlayStation game. And
Do you know
in
what
terms of
do you know what I'm
PlayStation
saying
gaming.
though? Like compared to like Elden Ring, for example, right?
But again, they're
Yeah.
two different types of games, right? So
Hmm.
a lot of God of War in the first one and the second one was sort of about bringing Kratos back, telling the story of how he became this dude that you had a fucking in the first games you had cutscenes where you're fucking having threesomes and knocking shit off of the fucking off of the counter. Remember
Yeah.
those?
The sex mini
And
games. Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
and then
That's what
now
I'm saying.
you
It's
have a
not really
kid.
like God of War at all.
No,
You
he's
see?
evolved. Like the idea
I
is
get it.
that this kid, this guy, and if it kind of works. If like when I was a kid when I played the first God of War, now I'm 30 years old. Kratos has a son. I'm getting engaged. It's like, oh shit, we're both getting older now, right?
He's
Like
just
it's
like me for real. No,
not
I
even just
understand.
like me, but it's sort of like it's putting you in the mind of that,
I get
like
it.
you
I'm just
know.
saying the style of the game is boring. It just seems like a slog to me.
But see, when you dismiss like, oh, there's a bunch of talking, that's almost like if
No, I
if
don't
if like
listen. I'm down for story, okay?
all right.
But if it's done properly, but not as just like you guys are sitting in a fucking boat chatting for 15
But
minutes.
you're going somewhere. The
Right.
boat
No,
is
I
heading
I
to a
get it.
destination. Would you
But
rather
then
them
when the
just be
gameplay
quiet?
isn't at the same standard, okay? Then I'm just bored. That's what I'm
So
saying.
you're saying that your more issue is with the combat in God of
Yeah,
War
the combat's not
versus
that interesting, and
Hmm.
it's the enemies take 50 fucking hits.
okay, you cannot judge normal because I when I first played God of War, I played it on hard. I didn't play it on Gimme God of War, and I played it on hard and didn't know anything about like. Basically, I didn't know about armor, so I was just using like level 3 armor for the entire game. So yeah, I know what you mean by Kratos getting fucking smacked. Like normal enemies were like two-shotting me or one-shotting me, right? Because I wasn't using high enough armor
I
because I didn't know
understand
the
that.
the stats
But
about the
like
armor, right? I
in
turned the
God of
game
War,
down
the
to
original
medium. I turned
in
the
the
game down to
original
medium, and it was a wrap.
in the original games, God Kratos would just destroy everything, and it just
Yeah.
Yeah,
seems
but
like
in
in the
Give Me God of
cutscenes
War
he
mode,
is that strong, right?
yeah,
Okay,
you can't play it on Give Me God of
He
War. You
can
can't do
jump
that.
50,000 feet in the air, and yet I have to do all this fucking tedious bullshit. I want to be Kratos. I don't want to be a fucking nerfed version of Kratos for no reason.
So
That's
here's
video
I
games, though.
I have thoughts
That's
on
been in
that.
every video game. Go ahead.
I got thoughts on that. Well, it ties into my whole God of War thing I was going to go into.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay.
I started defending Kratos' honor.
So, yeah, I decided, well, I'm gonna just get the PS4 version then of Ragnarok. But Nicole has never experienced God of War. She really didn't know anything about it. I'm like, okay, like these are games I love. I at one point when I don't know, a couple years after I started streaming, I played through like all 6 of God of Wars, and then 2018 God of War, like one after another, like 1, 2, 3, and then the two PSP ports that went to PS3, and then Ascension even.
Ascension's great.
I think they're all great in their own way. But I was like, let's do 1, 2, and 3. Let's play through those. They're quick. I play through them every handful of years. They're not. It doesn't take long to get through them. And then like you'll love 2018 God of War. It's fantastic, and I'm like, if she has this backstory, I think she'll appreciate it more. And so we played through God of War originals like 1 and 2, and then we got to 3 and went through the opening sequence with where you're fighting like Poseidon, and all that, and it's pretty cool still. And I was like, I think we could just like watch a little summary about what happens in this game and then skip to 2018 God of War. And she's like, okay, that's fine. So that's what we did. But she's at least got the first 2 games. Like she was there to see them. I played most of them, but she's not great with the quick time events, which is fine because those things are kind of bullshit anyway. I don't miss those, but I'm decent at them.
All you do is memorize them. You would die and just memorize them.
So my plan is to like get to Ragnarok kind of as quickly as possible while still playing a lot of 2018 God of War and completing as much as that as possible. So I'm like, well, let's try Give Me a Story mode, because I've played it on not the hardest difficulty, but the step down from that. I played through it on that.
Hard. It's just hard.
Yeah, it's just hard mode. I played through on that. So like I've experienced a challenge. But
yeah, that's about it.
Even Give Me a Story mode, like if I'm being too sloppy, I'm like, holy shit, my health is like halfway down. But I'm still having fun, and I still feel like I'm playing God of War. It's not like you get to a fight sequence and the game takes over and you just sit back and the game fights for you. You're still using combat. You still have to know what you're doing. And you know what? I'll be goddamned if I don't think that Give Me a Story mode is difficulty wise like normal OG God of War difficulty, where you're Kratos.
No way, not even close.
Did you try Give Me a Story mode?
I haven't, but do you see my point though? Is that this style of game, like the formula, came out 10 years ago. You know what I mean? With like Uncharted, right?
Yeah.
I want it to be elevated, okay? This is the same game again.
It's not.
That's fine.
Different in terms of in combat, right? Combat is different. If you want to go with story alone,
it just seems like the same game again. And is that game anywhere close to Elden Ring? No, hell no. Fuck out of here.
See, it just depends on what you want in a game. Like
it depends on your perspective.
I would say I haven't wanted to go back to Elden Ring because I'm like, I'm not really enjoying this. It's not like I know I will at some point. But
that's but I just think like for this to be like a AAA Sony game, like there's on the newest console, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that it should be elevated a bit, and they should push the limits. But it's more of the same exact gameplay.
It is, and I'm not defending that in that aspect. I think that
shit was on PS3, bro.
yeah.
I just think they need to bring it to the next level already. Like they need to step it the fuck up. When are we gonna be?
I don't know. I don't know.
You say step it up.
What are you expecting though?
What are you expecting completely?
Let me just explain. I want new, fresh ideas. Okay, take risks. This is not a risk. This was a shoo-in.
Yeah.
There's nothing new about the formula, the combat. Yes, I know about some spoilers in the game that I won't ruin for Shred. Okay, but that does not
For
impress
me,
me. Oh well, I assumed that you played it or something the way you're
I
talking
played a
about it.
little bit of it. I played a little bit of it. I played it up until like maybe an hour or two. It came out literally right before I left for my
Right. But I'm just
my
saying, I think
thing.
it's time for them to step it up. Okay, the same old thing just isn't gonna do it for me personally
Yeah.
anymore. The game just seems boring to me. I might enjoy the story, sure. Like I love Kratos, obviously. You know, all that kind of shit, boy, blah blah blah. You know, but I love all that. But like, we already did that once. Let's
Yeah.
let's move it forward. This isn't PS2.
I can
God of War
honestly
2
see
doesn't have to be
you.
the same for 1. You know what I mean? Like, let's just step it up a little bit.
I see what you're saying. Like,
Oh.
for one
When is the
thing,
next gen truly coming out?
I know maybe the next God of War will be. I probably not. Like, if you want
Even like I
AAA
can't allow you to
games,
shit on God of War before you
Come,
even
boy,
like,
we have to
played it
get
yet.
into this boat now.
How do you know
It's
if there's
God of War 3.
how do you know that there is no like different innovations later on in the game?
They ride a yak this time.
I didn't know that. But
Oh,
still,
shit. They do
how do you-
climbing events. You have to climb up walls where they
how
So-
do you know?
okay.
How do
with
you
Marvel
know?
like writing.
But how do you? What if you played this? I could also see Crumb getting mad that they do something different though, and like, what is this
No.
bullshit? I have to swing
No
around
way.
on the fucking.
I'm just saying, it's like the same thing. Climbing up rocks, you know. Oh, we're going here. You know, it's like, oh, you know, they fly now?
Dude, look,
See-
I will say this:
They fly
that,
now.
that opening fucking fight with Thor made my fucking balls drop. I
Yeah,
thought they
I haven't
dropped
seen that yet.
already.
I haven't seen that either.
I know, you have not seen it yet.
Okay, but that's
okay?
just it's
Yeah,
just
the first 5 minutes, my balls are dropping, so I can't
Okay.
sit here and shit.
so
on
you're
the rest
telling
of the
me
game.
it's just like the first 5 minutes of the first game,
listen,
you fight-
listen.
like Loki in the beginning or whatever his name is.
Baldur.
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 But listen. Okay, that was fucking awesome.
That-
that was Jesus.
Okay,
That was
right?
such a
Similar or
super-
no?
Fuck
he
yourself.
goes,
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. That's where it's similar. Go fuck yourself.
Guys, you know,
first
It was.
game.
It's. I think you're gonna love it. Though. I really do think you're just the critic.
Listen, I will
You're the
like the
biggest
story of
critic
the
of
game.
it all. You're the biggest critic of us
I
all.
want it to be. I want next gen to happen already. I'm
What
playing
would
the
be
same
next
fucking
gen for
games
you,
10
though?
years later.
What
Let's
would
go.
be next gen for you though? Like I'm curious. Like what innovation could they make where you're like,
I'm not a game
okay.
developer, but I just want fresh, new fucking ideas. I don't want to do the same game again. Please, I beg of thee. I'm tired of it.
Thor had
I'm getting
a
fucking exhausted on the
beer
formula. There's
gut?
like 20 games with the same
Man.
fucking formula.
see
Thor has
if
my body
if it's good to me, I will enjoy it and play through it. Like 2018 God of War is fantastic. I'm sure I'll really enjoy Ragnarok. And
I'll
like
wait for
I
the
could
Shred
say the
review.
same. I could say the same thing for just to like argue. Let's argue.
Okay.
Like
let's do it. Let's argue.
take.
It's a debate. It sounds better.
It's an exchange of ideas. It's okay. You like what you like, and we're all cool with that. But like,
Me and Shredder attacking Crumb.
I
Is he
felt like
wrong?
that with Elden Ring. I got 60 hours into Elden Ring, and I'm like, fuck. I've played Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Demon Souls. Like I'm riding around on this fucking horse, which is really sweet. I think Elden Ring deserves Game of the Year this year. But for myself at that moment, 60 hours deep, I'm like, I am so tired of doing this. I don't want to do this anymore right now. I'll go back to it sometime. It's the same with, I think I could compare it to, maybe just the God of Wars, Uncharted and stuff maybe isn't your style of game.
Let
Brian,
me explain the difference between the two, because yes, the Elden Ring gameplay is Dark Souls, right?
Yeah.
Since
yeah,
the beginning,
yeah.
right? Or Demon Souls, I should even say. But the difference is that they took the gameplay and they changed it in a way that elevated it beyond what it was. Okay?
They added jumping in a horse.
Beyond that, the open world, the freedom to do and go where you please
Yeah.
at any time. Just the way they changed it enough that it felt completely new and fresh to me. And most people felt the same way.
Yeah, but every game doesn't need to be open world.
No.
Like, what happened to those games, where it like tells linear storytelling? Just you
Yeah.
go from here to here.
Honestly,
I mean,
I miss
people don't
those, and
like that
that's
anymore.
kind of why I like 2018 God of War, and even the ones before that. Well, no, specifically 2018, because it's an open world, but it's a closed open world. There's sections, and like
Yeah, you can
you
still go on a
you
boat
can
and
wander
travel, but
you can wander quite a bit and find secret areas, but you're not like in the
I
middle of the
understand.
world of Elden Ring and like I can go everywhere, and then you feel like overwhelmed. It just feels more manageable, and sometimes like I really prefer that in a game to like I have four paths here and I can pick which one, and I know I'll come back here. I can go down the other one, and
Listen,
I
who's the who plays more JRPGs than anyone you know? It's me.
yeah,
I
yeah,
like a linear story,
yeah.
and that's fine. And it's fine that it's the same. But I just feel like when you make a game like God of War, which is like supposed to be like a next gen, first party Sony game, it's just like the same game again. And I'm just a little bit disappointed that they didn't like change it in any way.
yeah.
And
Eh,
like great, it was shot. It's one shot, one camera shot.
I
Great.
will
I mean,
say, I will say this for like, because I do remember back in the day when games would come out, the next game would have a different like. It would be like, oh, in this Prince of Persia, you turn into the Dark Prince. Oh, in
right.
this Prince of Persia, you can jump on the fucking like you can hang down from the like so like you can do different acrobatic shit, right? Like, oh, that's number two, number one, and then you play the first one and you're like, wow, I can barely do a goddamn thing in this game. So I do see what you're saying when it's like take innovations and people
Just
don't anymore. But also, I feel like I
I just feel like they didn't take a single risk, and it's
I
like
disappointing.
I feel like 2018 was a big step forward for the friend. I think they changed things up and made things really
But the
interesting.
thing
I
is
think the
with
combat's
2018,
really interesting, but
the thing with 2018, Dave, is that they already had the formula
yeah,
and they had a solid story, right? So it was a shoo-in.
yeah, yeah.
here's
It
the
was a
thing.
guaranteed thing. It wasn't a risk. It's not like they fucking put Kratos in space or made a new character or something like
But
that. You know what I mean?
Well,
here's
I
what I'm
don't
gonna
need them
say.
to take risks with God of War. For
I,
me, I think what I don't know. 2018 is amazing. We'll see how I feel about
The only
Ragnarok,
way
but
to progress forward is to take
I
risks.
agree. But I don't
well,
really expect that out of God of War at this point. Maybe with the next one, we'll see. Like I see Ragnarok as like finish 2018, go right to Ragnarok. I feel like it's one continuous game, and if those two had came out at the same time, like together in one experience, cohesive thing, like you'd have been like
Mhm.
fucking 60-hour God of War, nobody would have batted an eye about it being the same way all the way through. And I understand, like, okay, it's a sequel, we need to innovate. I agree with that, but it's also like they're still developing for PS4. They can't really do much with the tech to bring it into next gen. So
that is
That's the
a good point.
problem.
hopefully
That's the
Good
the
point.
problem.
hopefully the next one they'll do that. But if this is more of 2018 God of War and the story is still great, I'm okay with it. It's fine. But I
You want to live a story or read a book, motherfucker?
All right,
so
here's
Well,
my thing.
why don't you guys play the game and you guys let me know how you
yeah,
liked it, okay? And then
Like
I will take that into account.
we can't necessarily like I don't think we can judge it just yet for the simple reason that like how so one of the things they didn't do and I don't really think this is a spoiler is they didn't take the blades of chaos away from you. So like you start
right.
off the next game with the blades of chaos,
Yeah.
right? Now there was something that was said to where like I remember a comment being like, I don't want the game to start off with Thor beating the shit out of you and you lose all your powers and now you have to start from square one. They didn't
Mhm.
do that, right? The fight from Thor goes how it goes, and there are some repercussions to that, right? But they didn't go ahead and take away all of your shit, right?
That's
Um,
good.
so like you start off with the blades of chaos, you start off with the axe, which leads me to believe that there could be other weapons in the game that you get later on. I don't know that for a fact because I haven't played it and I haven't really looked up spoilers and I'm not gonna look up
I think
spoilers.
there are more. I think I heard something about one, but I won't
But
say
He's
anything.
definitely got to get the sword back, right? The fucking
yeah,
crazy ass
Right.
you
electric
know what I
sword.
mean? Like I
Yeah.
think there are other weapons that you get in the game which sort of plays on
You know what pissed me
normal
off
God of War games
about
actually.
about the first game a little bit They
What?
never explained too much of like how Kratos got to fucking Ragnarok
I
land.
think they're gonna do a little bit of that
I
now, because there
think,
was actually
yeah, I think they do.
there was a kind of a scene where he goes like, well, uh how do people from where you come from get from place to place without like a Bifrost or without a world tree or whatever? And he's like, we swim, or he's like, we take boats, or we travel through the desert or something. And I was like, huh, is that sort of like a dig as to how Kratos got to those lands? He just sort of sailed until he got there. Like he sailed an unnaturally long, like
I
even
think I would
for a
have been more
god,
interested in a game that took place in between the two.
how he got from one to the other.
Yeah, and like how he met his ex fucking girl or
You
whatever.
see
Right.
Faye,
Right.
you see her face, bruh.
Is she hot?
White girl. So I'm biased.
Okay, that's racist, but all right.
It's not
Go on.
racist.
Yep,
It's not
it is.
racist. When
Sorry.
it comes to sexual preference, it's not racist.
Sure it is.
If I said that white girls were inferior to women of other races,
Extremely
said
racist now. You're making it
if
worse.
I said I'm not attracted to white women, that's not racist. That's just my attraction.
Nope. You're racist now. So
Canceled.
That's my attraction.
Canceled.
That's just my attraction. I think white women are just as good as all the other women. Just not gonna put my dick in them.
you're making it worse.
Okay, so
It's better. It's better.
Anyway, David, what have you been playing?
let's move on, everybody. What have I been playing? Yeah, so God of War, obviously. So we're about 4 hours in 2018, so hopefully we can plow through that in the next couple weeks and then get to Ragnarok. But I have some time off coming up too for birthday and holiday stuff, so I'll have plenty of time to game it up. But
Kill it.
we're still streaming like scary games on our stream here and there.
Yeah.
Freaking, I've counted up the games that I've beaten this year, and it's like 24 games. I'm pretty happy with that.
Sweet. Hell yeah.
Yeah, we played through Condemned 1 and 2. We played through, I already talked about that. We played through Little Nightmares, plus the DLC, and then the sequel.
Yeah, I saw you guys doing that. How'd you like Little Nightmares 2?
That's cool. It's cool. I mean, it's... Okay, so, Brian, you were in the stream when I was doing a little combat, but I'm like, no, it's not really combat.
I like that. The graphics are cool now.
It looks cool, because there's these little porcelain dolls, like, chasing after you, and you have to, like, bash them with a hammer, and their skulls crack open, and it's really satisfying, but it's not... It's not good combat. It's like if you let them get a little too close, they're gonna leap on you and you're dead. Like the timing isn't such that you feel like you're actually fighting. It's kind of like you just got to make sure you hit a button at the right time or you're gonna die. So it's kind of like a quick time event without the button press displayed on the screen.
I got you.
But it's a great game. It's really cool. It looks so good. So yeah, and I was really impressed with the first Little Nightmares DLC because have you guys played those at all?
No, I know they're mostly like run and hide type things, right?
Kind of, yeah. There's some stealth, some puzzle solving, but your character in the first game. Spoilers for Little Nightmares 1, by the way. The game's theme is sort of like
child abuse,
obsession with beauty and like gluttony. There's a sequence at the end where you're like running across a dinner table with just like very, very large people just shoveling food in their mouths.
Ew.
But yeah. So it's
attacked personally.
Your character, actually, she's right here. I gotta, the character you play as, yeah, she is obviously starving throughout the entire game. She'll stop occasionally. Like it's all scripted. There's like a few times during the game where you'll hear her stomach growl, and then something will happen. Like, oh, here's you steal. I think the first one is like a piece of meat from a rat you steal, and then like the next one, I think you eat a rat, and then the next time you walk into a room, and there's these little like gnomes around the game with paper hats or bags around over their heads or something. They're just like cute little things. But you go into a room and there's one sitting there with a carrot, and your character's like starving again, just hunched over, like barely can walk, and she lunges toward this gnome, and you think she's gonna eat the carrot, but no, she eats the gnome. So it's pretty dark. But then the DLC you start off playing as this little boy, and you're in the same like area that you play through as the original character, and towards the end you find that the character you play in DLC gets turned into one of these little gnomes. And then
Oh, I
the
see.
end of the DLC, you're walking along and you end up in this very familiar room, and you think, oh shit, this is where the gnome got eaten. And you're like, oh shit, I'm the gnome.
He got eaten.
Yeah, that was
That's
Oh
cool.
awesome.
no.
It's
That's awesome.
yeah, it just came full circle. It was really cool. So, and it didn't even show her coming in and eating me. It just kind of faded to black, and you're like, okay, I get it. So, yeah, nicely done. We also played Amnesia, so that was cool. I haven't played that since release, honestly. It holds up.
Great game.
It's still
I don't think I'd like that one.
it's a slow burn.
I watched quite a
Amnesia.
bit of it.
Amnesia is one of those games where when it first came out, I didn't play PC games, so I saw it on
Yeah.
YouTube exclusively. It was like when Let's Plays were like first a thing. And so it's like you'd go fucking
Yeah, I'm sure we all
Necroscope
saw
86.
we
That's
also
who I would
PewDiePie
watch.
play that game or whatever, right?
Yeah, see, I wouldn't
Yeah.
watch PewDiePie. I wasn't like the popular. Even back then, I wasn't a popular kind of guy in terms of the content that I was watching and
Right.
absorbing.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
That's where I saw it. But
it was one of the first like YouTube streamer bait kind of games, like you just want to watch somebody get scared. I never really bought into that myself, but yeah,
they ham it up.
yeah.
It
So
was fun.
Amnesia holds
I
up
mean,
though.
But then back when those games came out, I was like high school, younger.
I'm
than
not
this.
interested in the hide style games.
Yeah.
Horror games,
Oh,
you
you'd
know?
rather fight, huh?
Yeah. Wouldn't you?
In real life, but in terms of like the style of video game, if you can fight, like all the Resident Evil games have basically turned into action games, right? Even Resident Evil 7, you're
Yeah.
walking around like, fuck the Baker family. I can't wait for that bitch Marguerite to come out and I'm gonna fucking hit her in the face with this grenade launcher. It's not scary anymore,
Yeah.
right? But like the hide kind of games are always scary. Like what's the one where you fucking where you jump into the different exoskeletons and you're from like the past, but like your conscious gets downloaded and then you fucking
Is it Observer or Observation? One of those?
no, Observer is a
Soma?
different one. Soma.
Okay.
That's the one. I've played all of those games actually. Observer, Observation, and Soma. And like the thing about Observer is that's more of a detective like game.
Yeah.
There's a couple times where you're hiding and stuff like that, but that game gets scary when you start putting pieces together in your mind. Oh shit, this is actually this, that's actually that. Oh shit, that means that's this, right? You look at Observation, I think that's the one where like you're watching the crew in space or something like that, switching between cameras. That
Yeah.
one I played for like 5 minutes, kind of. Maybe I should go back to that one, or maybe not. But
I can't remember. I think one was supposed to be really good, and the other one kind of meh. I don't remember which is which at this point.
Observer was really
But
good.
both
I really liked Observer.
Both developers are now making Silent Hill games, apparently. So,
I'm down.
Those
yeah,
look good.
they look cool. Yeah, I'm excited for the 2 remake.
Got like a
I don't
little bit
know.
of Midsommar moment at the end there in that fucking
Ooh,
trailer.
I need
Got
to
the Maid
watch
Queen hat on.
Midsommar.
Oh, you haven't seen that?
I haven't
Nah,
seen
I
it
heard that's
either.
a really good one.
It's pretty good. Oh, you haven't seen it either. Dude.
No,
Have you guys
no.
seen Hereditary?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I've seen Hereditary.
Yeah.
Great.
I love that movie.
Hereditary is great, especially when it turns out that all the people in his life were like in the cult at the very end in the ceremony. Like his math teacher was there, the fucking mail lady was there, and also, anyway, we're not getting into Hereditary right now. We're talking about games. God damn it, you're getting me into fucking just naming random facts.
All I did was ask you if you saw it.
Yeah, I know. That's all I did. You just fucking lit the fuse.
Hey,
you
every
put it on
question
the
or
spot.
comment to Marco is an opportunity to spend 20 minutes talking
You have
about
no
something.
idea. I'm literally holding myself back. No, don't. It's
All
almost as if you have like a very excited horse.
What have you been playing, Marco? What have you been doing?
Well, the last week and a half has been my anniversary, 10 years.
Yeah, congrats.
So we went to Monterey. We had an amazing time in Monterey. I spent a lot more money than I wanted to. Have you guys ever had a mani-pedi before?
No?
God,
No.
man. the things those Asian men can do to my feet changed my life, honestly, and
Mm.
my hands too. Man, they still look.
I don't like it when strangers touch me.
Same. I
Mm.
don't
To
want
be
them. Don't
honest
touch
with
me.
you.
Yeah, don't care. Look, I'm a fat man that likes to be pampered. Okay, so massages and mani pedis, I'm all down for. All right, but like it just went to a bunch of steakhouses, drank a ton. We went to the it was Monterey, so we went down to like the old Fisherman's Wharf.
Hmm.
Did a lot of shopping. We were only there for 2 days, so but it was a nice little vacation. Now before that, like Ragnarok came out just when that happened, so I played it. Like it's not my official playthrough. Basically, I'm playing it only to like get the beginning part. And I'm gonna start like an official playthrough later. But I kind of wanted to get my dick a little wet in some Ragnarok before we left. So that was awesome. Like I really enjoyed it, and like I'm really looking forward to the future of Ragnarok. So when Crumb sits here and just takes a fat shit all over the future of my gameplay, like I don't think there's gonna be any innovations. And I'm like, well, maybe there might be a couple. I have not heard of a single one that could possibly happen. I'm like, damn, has he played it? Has he beat it yet?
I'm just
I don't
saying.
know. It's like, God damn it. God damn it.
Don't take it personally, my man. You didn't
I'm
make this
joking.
game.
I take everything personally that you do, Craig.
I don't like that you suck the dick of the corporation, though. Who gives a fuck? These
What-
people
what do
make
you mean?
millions of
What do
fucking
you mean, suck
dollars.
the dick of the corporation? I don't give a
Make
fuck about the
something
corporation.
fucking new.
I like the product. Okay, I like the story being told. I am a fan of storytelling. I want to be able to tell a good story. At one point in time in my life, I want to be able to tell a good story. I don't think I'm there yet, but
Well, you let me know when that happens.
look, I love good storytelling. All right, and God of like the whole him being Loki at the end. I was like, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Great fucking storytelling. And also, did you know Magni and Modi, Thor's sons, are one of the few people that are supposed to survive Ragnarok in actual Greek mythology? Like, this game had me doing fucking like history on Greek mythology, like looking up shit that happens in Greek mythology in comparison to the game.
Do you mean Norse mythology?
Shut up. Yes.
Okay.
Do you think
Shut up.
in the next one they're gonna do Christianity?
God, could you imagine Kratos just
I-
fucking slamming Jesus into the?
That was they were actually gonna try to do that, I think, at one point, but it didn't.
Dude,
Shit.
No,
way.
seriously,
Could you
yeah.
not do
Could you
that?
make like a buff Jesus, like John the Baptist is like, Kratos, you think you can come down here to our lands and step on like damn, John the Baptist is fucking yoked. Kratos is
Like,
like,
what's he gonna fight? Goliath and shit?
I don't know.
I'm telling you,
I think-
all of the 12 apostles jacked like a motherfucker. They look like the different fucking. They look like Greek gods.
Ugh.
They're just
I
like.
don't think they can pull that off. Not in America, at least.
No, it's not gonna happen. I don't know when they were thinking of doing
Do you
that,
know
or
how
or like.
mad politicians would be? Do you know what Ted Cruz would say? Ted Cruz do you know what they would say? All the Christian, bruh, I feel like both the left and the right would come together to stop this game. Like, you can't do that to Jesus. While
Nah,
Kratos
they
is
wouldn't.
just, bow, 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 bow. Just like, he can't do that to Jesus. It's like, I mean, he's doing it. And I'm paying for him to do it too. $80. Here, take it. Take my money. Oh my God.
Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen.
Can I?
What else you been playing, Marco?
Oh yeah. Actually, I've been playing Dishonored. Haha. You guys
Wow.
remember that one? Yeah, blast from the past. Huh?
Nice.
Did you know there's a third game?
Mm-hmm. I think.
Well, it's not like a full game. It's more like a standalone expansion, right?
I don't know. Look, I saw that there was a third game, and I was like, I remember playing the first one a lot. I remember playing a little bit of the second one.
Yeah.
And then now that there's a third one, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna play them all. So that's gonna be my new thing, is sneaking through and trying to, not get caught. But that's a really good game that you can either do sneaking or you can do like attack, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't think it would work as a horror game though, because again, with a horror game, like if you had the ability to just like collect weapons and go kill everything in Amnesia, then like you would just have dudes that would do that. I'm like, oh, this monster doesn't scare me. I have fucking 90 shots. Let me just fucking put one right in his dome piece. So like even still, it's like if you get caught as Corvo, you can just fucking cut through all the guards. Like
Yeah.
you're fucking,
Which is what I which is what I did in the first one. I kind of
Yeah.
I got so bad at the stealth, like I never got good at it, and so like not even halfway through, I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna kill everybody. So every encounter was like, let's see how creatively I can kill everyone.
Yeah.
You're only
Yeah,
going for
no.
one again.
It's
But
great game.
I think
but
they confirmed that Deathloop is also in that universe. I don't know if you've played that.
I have
game
played
sucks.
Deathloop. What
You guys don't like it, huh?
very hard.
I
game sucks.
Do you? I'd play it with you if me and you can go against each other some head to head looping.
I have it on Steam. I haven't played it yet, but I'm curious. I'm curious.
Do you know the premise of it?
Oh yeah, I've heard a lot about it, and I've heard mixed
Oh, okay.
opinions. I know all the sides of the arguments. I want to check
Yeah.
it out. So
Would really the funniest part in that movie or in that game, I guess, is like the entire beginning part where he's like hitting on the chick that he's like that's trying to kill him, and she's like, "I'm your daughter, asshole," and he's like, "Oh, what? Why did you mention that earlier? What?" Like, which is, I think it's pretty funny.
Yeah, the AI is like really poor in that game.
Really?
Apparently,
Nah,
Mm.
yeah, so that's why you need to play against other people. So, but are there
Well,
people
that's
still
you don't
playing is the
really.
question.
I think that I don't know. I like that mechanic, but it seems like you got to get through the game anyway. Like the main point is to get through the game and find the quickest way through it. And like the multiplayer is more like just to invade somebody's game, right, and try to stop them from doing it.
Yeah, basically.
So I don't know. I'd rather just get through it as fast as possible and be done with it. I don't know that I want random people. I might turn the online mode off actually, just so I can get through
Yeah.
it quicker.
She still comes
But-
through and gets you though, but
Yeah.
it's not a person. So I bet it'll be easier or harder depending on who you get
Mm,
or who you could.
I don't
get.
know,
But
we'll see.
I don't think a lot of people are playing it though. Like, 'cause I think
Probably
it
not.
flopped pretty hard.
yeah.
no one plays that fucking game.
So they're in the same universe. Is Dishonored ahead?
No, definitely not.
Dishonored's not in the future.
I have no idea what the timeline
Because
is like.
I thought Dishonored was like a sort of future that happens after an apocalypse, right? So
After like
why
a
everything is
plague
not
or
in the past.
something.
Yeah, well, nah, more like, so you know how it's like, oh man, these guys are in the future, but they have swords and shields and shit. It's because there was an apocalypse. Sort of like, remember, like, you know how Waterworld is set in like the future, but it's
Mhm.
like, I mean, I guess it's kind of, I guess they have guns in that game or in that movie, but you know what I'm saying? It's like technology has regressed because there's been an apocalypse where like basically all of humanity was wiped out. Horizon.0.dawn, that one, yeah. Best example.
Okay.
I
Get
can
me
think.
started on that one.
Yeah, it's like, you know, we've.
What do you
humanity has
think,
regressed.
We went
Brian?
through that game already. That game is. Ugh.
Come on, you're not a fan of Lizzo
All right.
or what's her name?
So
Aloy.
what I've been playing.
Aloy. Did I call her Lizzo?
Well, let me segue into that. Speaking of games that innovate a ton, Brian, I see you've been playing some Modern Warfare.
Oh shit! Yeah, we've all been playing that.
Yeah,
How's
I've
that
been
going
playing
for ya?
Call of Duty. It's the same game, but this time it's actually good.
Oh,
Why
is it?
haven't we been playing together though?
I want to win.
Wow, you suck dick. Fuck you. First of all, however bad I am, fucking peanut butter will carry me and make up for it.
I'm down to play.
But we're a package deal.
But what am I? COD has been great. Really, mostly the reason I've been playing because my brother. This is like the only game he plays.
Mm.
So I want to number one. I want to be better than.
You
And
wanna
number
be better
two,
than him.
Right.
I want to play with him. So
Yeah,
that's
hell
one of the
yeah.
reasons. But I've actually been having a surprising amount of fun. They kind of like they reined things back, thankfully. So they got rid of all the fucking crazy abilities and shit, and it's more just about shooting. There's no fucking sliding around and jumping off fucking walls and all that kind of shit.
Right.
So it's a more focused shooting experience. I like that.
Call of Duty
And,
while you're jumping off walls.
In some of the Call of Duties, you can run on the walls. In 2019, in Modern Warfare 2019, all the guys had different like abilities, like a fucking drone that would target,
Oh, yeah.
lock onto people and chase them. They had fucking electric tripwires and all these types of like each character had a different ability. In this one, it's more grounded, and I appreciate that. Other than that, I mean, I tried the new Warzone last night. It just came out.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
pretty fun.
Ooh, I gotta
I'm not really
download
too
that.
much of a battle royale guy, but I I mean, I was doing pretty good. I got like 6 kills and I almost won, so I enjoy that. And I've just been playing Street Fighter,
Right.
and I bought the new Resident Evil 8 DLC.
Yeah, I beat
Yeah.
that. How'd you like it?
It didn't really grab me.
God,
It didn't like
again, the
hook me
biggest
in.
critic ever.
I just didn't really like. If it was like the Village when I played it the first time, I was like, oh shit, this is incredible. Through like day after day after day, I was like, Village, 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 Village. And then I started the DLC and I didn't even finish it. I was like, this is really not that. It's not really grabbing me.
Yeah, I beat it in one sitting.
Yeah. I mean, I don't imagine it's very long. I mean, it was cool. It was had some cool
It's
moments.
probably a
and
few
shit.
hours, right?
Did you get well? How far
Yeah.
did you get?
I got well, I just got the ability the fucking goo.
Oh, you're breaking
Not
up.
that far.
You're breaking up. You got the what?
I got the ability to like you can like destroy part of the environment and then like continue past, like it's like
Okay.
this goo, this black goo, you can like burn it away
When
with
you
like a
just
psychic
got to
ability.
that, dude.
Yeah.
There's a part in that game where like you have to look at statues so that they don't attack you.
I heard about that.
And
Yeah.
yeah, that part is a motherfucker. Okay, that's probably one of the scarier parts that I've played in a game where I'm just like, it's literally like the Doctor Who fucking the Weeping Angels.
See, there's moments like that in Little Nightmares 2, as well. You gotta shine a flashlight at him for him to stop moving. You have to back away.
But yeah, I also, I've been playing a lot of the Mercenaries mode. They added some new shit to that, so I was playing that quite a bit. I was trying to unlock all the new characters because you can be Lady D and fucking what's that guy's name? Harvey Weinstein, fucking the Magneto fucking ripoff in Resident Evil Village. I forgot his name.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah, yeah.
Wesker.
Weinstein.
God,
You're talking about
I can't remember his
Wesker.
name.
No,
No.
Wesker.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Heimendinger. What name? Something like that. You could be him in Mercenaries and you can be Lady D.
Okay.
So I was unlocking that.
You can be like her size too, like
Yeah, you're her,
huge.
and you like slash the shit out of the enemies. This is like waves of enemies and timed, but you have to unlock it in mercenary mode.
Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
played Mercenaries mode.
And they also added Chris, so Chris is really fun to be. You can just like you do this thing. So like Ethan is like more gun focused, and then Chris has like he has a straight punch and like a left hook. I was just fucking mangling the enemies. It was pretty fun. They also added a third person mode main game, so I started to play through doing that. But like I said, I wasn't like absorbed into it like I was the first time.
Nah, I don't think third person works with 7 and 8. You need to be first person.
Yeah,
Because like that's
first
why you
person's
don't
really
see
cool.
Ethan's face a lot because you're Ethan. Like that's the idea.
Right.
It's
So
like you're him.
the first time I beat the game, I beat it on the hardest fucking difficulty.
Nice.
And I beat the game. I beat fucking motherfucking Teresa, whatever the fuck her name is. I beat her with my last bullet.
Yeah, I
Wow.
remember you told me about that.
Nice.
That was an epic moment. That game was amazing, right?
Please tell me you clipped that.
I did not. It was one of the first. I don't even think I was an affiliate at that point. It was like
Really?
before even all that. Yeah.
Huh.
Damn.
Huh.
But
That
yeah,
would have
it
been
was
like
great.
an epic fucking clip.
Yeah, I fucked up. I wish I had it. The last bullet. That was great.
Time to do it again. Do it again.
No, I tried. It's not grabbing me. I need
Yeah.
to be fucking grabbed, bro, by these games. I can't settle for mediocrity. I can't do it anymore. I need to be absorbed in.
Just picturing like the new Silent Hill with big ass arm muscles, just like holding Crub up in the air. Like,
Yeah, I hope so. They should put Chris in Silent Hill. I can fucking
God.
left hook motherfuckers, and punch boulders and shit.
God, could you imagine that boulder punching asshole?
I've never. Go ahead.
No, well, you never what?
I've never spent much time with Mercenaries mode in any Resident Evil game.
Oh, you fucked up.
I'll start it and I'll die once or twice. I'm like, and I
You get
just
some really sick combos in like 4
yeah.
and 5. 4 has probably the best. So I imagine the mercenary mode in the new game is gonna be awesome. You could be fucking Wesker and just go fucking crazy. Come on, what's better than that?
So I'm thinking about doing more streams where it's like I'm playing a game, but I have like a video I'm watching kind of in the background or something. And like I feel like Mercenaries mode would be perfect for that. It's just like you don't really have
You
to
should try it.
think,
It's really fun.
just boom. Literally that's what I was thinking. I'm like, fuck, I should do that while I'm like
So
while I have like a debate video on or something.
how it works in Village is that there's like edit time and then also combos. So you want to combo all the enemies in one combo, and you want to like there's scattered abilities across the map. So like you'll break an ability and be like, your knife does more damage, like times 10.
Yeah.
So like then you're like, oh shit, and you're like slashing from big damage, and then like the numbers pop up and everything, or like
So what are the-
headshots do more damage.
What do you mean combos? So like if I shoot an enemy and then like kick him, like shoot him in the
You
face,
need to
like,
kill an enemy
uh-huh.
and kill another enemy time frame. To keep killing and killing and killing, and you want to do the whole map to get the highest score in one combo.
Okay.
And that's how you get like S ranks and unlock more stuff is by doing that.
I see. I gotta see you do some shit.
So you gotta do. There's a little. You can't just start doing it. You gotta have like a little route planned.
Yeah.
Whereas you can do everything efficiently and get them all on one combo. It's fun. I like it a lot actually. It's very nice.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I always think, I'm going to try Mercenaries at some point, and I just never do. I never stick with it.
I like the story.
I'm just not
for
good.
Resident Evil
I'm just
more,
not
you know?
good at combat.
It's gotta get good though. That's the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
David's more of a hiding kind of guy. If you could hide in the game and get combos. for
Yeah,
hiding,
can I combo hide? I'm going to hide in this box, then slide over to this shelf here and close the door.
Well, remember when they used to do? Remember when Metal Gear Solid 4 was multiplayer?
Yes.
You could like hide in a box and go out and gank motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Was it multiplayer?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The first multiplayer game I have ever played, Metal Gear Solid 4. That's the one where like it had 4. You had to reinstall the game for every chapter, right? Is that the one?
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't remember. I haven't played it in a long
I think
time,
it did
but
do
yeah.
that. Yeah, I think it did do that,
It
actually.
was like a
That's crazy.
masterpiece of a game. Metal Gear Solid 4 was like,
It's amazing.
all the Metal Gear Solid games. How would I be able to play those again, you guys? I'm thinking. How would I be able? I just want to
For
You need a PS3.
PS3. Yeah, I don't even think it's on the streaming platform. Is it on PS5? No. PS3. I got it right behind me. You want to come borrow it?
I just show up like, what's up? You're like, ah!
I need your PS3.
Oh, man. Damn. That's a really good game.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 4.
I don't know. I'd like to replay those games, but it's a daunting
It was
task.
so confusing. And then I remember trying to keep up with it. It's like, I don't know who the fuck all these snakes are. I remember being like,
You
I
should
don't
just
remember.
do Twin Snakes. That's it.
I have that on GameCube, yeah. I should
game
play
is
that.
Amazing.
I heard it's more anime, like the director was different, so like the cutscenes are more like anime style
You're talking my language.
as far as the animation. I don't know what they changed. It sounds weird, but I'm intrigued. So
They made it anime.
hey, so you don't want to talk about a movie for like 20 minutes or so?
Yes.
We're about 52 minutes in here.
I ain't 5310 for me.
All
I have
right.
more content than you.
Any more? Oh, I'm gonna get one last piece of game news in before we move over. I fired up Fortnite one night real quick and went around Victory Royale. Okay, so back to the movie.
Hell no.
Back to the movie.
We're
But you do know-
reversing back
Behind the
to
mask.
When
Games is
did
a
you
game,
start
though,
with
right?
this blasphemous bullshit here? Okay.
What'd you say, Brian?
It's your first few matches are against bots.
Probably, yeah. I've heard that too. So
Get your valor stolen.
no, I heard that there was a no build mode, and some podcasts I listened to, people are like playing the shit out of it, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna try it out.
It can be.
It's not a bad game. It's popular for a reason. Like, it's a highly polished, fun thing. I'm not gonna play it a bunch because I just don't like battle royales. But I don't know. I got my feet wet, and
Can be fun.
here we go.
There's nothing wrong with that game.
Yeah,
But I will say that it's
Judge.
like a baby game.
Shame.
baby game.
Shame. Shame.
It's no.
Shame.
No, I'm not.
All right,
I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed.
Shame. Where's my bell? I need a goddamn bell.
Plus, it's free, so I would try. Well, Warzone's free, isn't it?
Warzone
Would
2
you
is
try
free
crack
as well.
if it was free, Shred?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, sure, why not?
Well, you know the dealer always gives out a free sample, right? And then
Shut the hell up. All you guys shut the hell up. I don't want to hear none of this nonsense about Fortnite's.
Cracking Fortnite party coming up.
you have played tons of Fortnite. What the fuck are you talking about, Marco? You ain't never played that game?
Never in my entire
okay.
Keisha downloaded it one time on my PlayStation when she really wanted to piss me off. And she did piss me off. I was like, what is this bullshit? She was like, I wanted to download Fortnite and play some of it.
See, I'm not recommending you play the game, but there's nothing wrong with it.
Shame.
Aside from the shameless marketing, DLC skins, and all that bullshit people spend hundreds of dollars on, but that's just optional.
300K follows and I'll play Fortnite for 10 minutes. Shame.
Shame. All right. Anyway.
Speaking of shame. And follows.
So this episode we are talking about Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon from 2006. It's a mockumentary. It was a good year, yeah. I was still out of high school.
I was a freshman. It was my first year. That's the year I met Keisha. Freshman
well, that's a good year.
High school.
Nice.
Great year. She hated me. Yeah, she fucking yelled audibly for me not to sit behind her because I would always push her chair up because I was very heavy and my feet would like to sit in the back of. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right, good year.
Good year.
Leslie Vernon.
Yeah, this is a mockumentary. It exists in a world where Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers are real, and
yeah.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
So it's about this young lady she's doing a documentary for a college class. Is that right? I think. But she found a serial killer in the making. That to follow and like go through his daily life just to see what he does, what his motivation is. Think of it like What We Do in the Shadows. Just this ridiculous concept.
Have you ever seen Man Bites Dog?
What tangent is this, Marco?
It's another mockumentary about a film crew that follows a serial killer. Or
oh, really?
More of an assassin. Yeah. It's a French film. It's actually like that reference is actually pretty smart and more one of my more movie buff moments. So
relevant.
Rewind. Have you guys seen Man Bites Dog? And she said, yes, I do remember seeing that movie. Yes.
It looked fantastic. No, I'm curious. You should throw it in the Discord because I will forget by the end of the recording here.
Oh, look it up. It's a good so like I found out about Man Bites Dog when I was in my really weird like movie phase. There was another one called Long Pigs. That's another like mockumentary kind of thing about a cannibal. That one's a little less polished. There's also the one with the dude Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. That was also
that movie. Yeah, I know that movie.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, so like all of those the August Underground series, shitty movies, but like,
okay. Well, there we go.
Not shut up. Everybody shut up. Oh, the Man Bites Dog came out in 92.
Oh wow, that's
great year.
That's a while ago. That was a good year, yeah.
I was born that year. That was the year I was born.
Oh, little baby. I could read, write, and do mathematics by that time, bitch.
What? Yeah, no, bro. I was shitting my pants.
And he already played all the God of Wars before they came out.
Yeah, I had already beaten God of War.
I could just see him just judging other movies. And actually, Goodfellas was trash. And I'll tell you why.
No way. I love Goodfellas. What are you talking about?
I know Goodfellas. What about Casino? Do you like Casino?
Hell yeah.
Better? Which one's better, Casino or Goodfellas? Real quick.
I think Goodfellas is better.
Oof. What about
Casino was 2 fucking VHSs. Fuck out of here. I don't have time.
It is long. It is a long movie. I've never seen Goodfellas, so yeah, I know.
Oh my god, bro.
I'm purposely never gonna watch it just so I can get that reaction out of people for the rest of my life.
Took off my goddamn headset.
You're so funny, Dave. What the fuck?
Aren't you Italian too?
No, I'm not.
What are you? What the hell are you then?
I'm a mutt.
You look so Italian.
Geez.
There's still Italian in there, I think.
No, man, I'm like Scottish, Irish, French, German, you know, anything but Italian, pretty much.
It's a good mix. All right, there we go. It's a nice mixture like that ends up with like a
Thanks. Thanks.
Bailey's cream kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's creaming.
Sweet and a little alcoholic.
Speaking of creaming, that has nothing to do with this movie.
I mean, kinda. There was sex in it a little bit.
There was a little bit of sex in Behind the Mask,
Tiny
The
bit.
Rise of Leslie Vernon. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. It's a mockumentary about follows a serial killer around. It's humorous. It's very funny. Nathan Bessel plays Leslie Vernon. Angela, I don't know how to pronounce anybody's names. Gotals is Taylor. She's the documentary lady. Those are the two main characters in the movie, outside of like Robert England, Freddy Krueger himself.
Also, there was
Well,
a guy, the
little
guy
bit.
that did Jason, did a cameo. I don't know
Oh,
when,
was he?
but it said
Did he?
it. It said it. Yeah, the guy that played Jason in like the later fucking movies. He was one of the neighbors or something. I saw that in.
Okay.
I think it was the Wikipedia or something.
Okay.
I was like, what? I didn't care enough to go back to find the actual scene, but I believe that it is there. I have faith. Also, the main, like the blonde chick who you're following initially,
Yeah.
is on Shameless. Me and Keisha originally like noticed her. She plays like she plays this character Philip's like baby mama and girlfriend in
Okay.
this in Shameless, and we fucking hate that bitch. Like we hate that character in the show. So we and Keisha were like, ooh.
So you were like rooting for her to die in this movie, right?
Oh yeah, 100%. And like that scene where she was fucking, where it's like, oh, she's not a virgin at
Yeah.
all. Like I was like, yeah, we've seen that, we've seen her fucking many a times in Shameless, and I'm just like, great, more of her tits. I think we saw her
Yeah.
tits in that scene. I was like, I've seen
think
these
so.
before
Done
when
that.
she was older.
Yeah.
But-
It tries to follow the usual like horror movie trappings, you know, like young girl victim, serial killer follows her around. She's got to be a virgin, yada yada. The stuff that Scream did basically. This came out after
But
Scream,
it does
right?
it from a different, from a different perspective.
Yeah. I think it's really interesting how they did it, and there's a twist at the end, of course, where you find out that the virgin wasn't actually Kelly, the waitress at the diner. It's the documentary lady. You know, he was sort of grooming her the whole time to be the hero, to stand up to him at the end of the movie with the phallic axe that he rigged so the head would fall off after she swung it one time. I think the whole movie's setup is great because it's documentary style up until towards the end of the movie when they leave the house after the killing actually starts, and you know Taylor like starts, her conscience comes into play, and she's like, I can't let this happen, guys. I'm going back in, and then it switches to like your normal film style camera where you're watching a movie. It's not like documentary shaky cam stuff.
I like that.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, at that point you're just watching a typical slasher flick, and it's well done.
Yeah.
You know what's gonna happen because they play it up through the whole movie. Like she's gonna kill him.
But everything happened exactly as he wanted.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like every single thing.
And I like at the very end. Did you guys stick around for after the credits?
No.
Oh no.
The after credit scene?
Well, during the credits, where they're playing Psycho Killer by the Talking Heads.
Mm-mm.
Well, it's in a morgue, and they get him out of the fridge basically. He's laying on the gurney, and at the end of the song, like he sits up and looks over at the guy in the room. So like typical slasher film ending. He's not dead. Yeah, I thought that was cool.
He's not dead.
He's not dead.
He wakes up.
He wakes up. You didn't see that?
No.
First of all, that character, like, again, I can't give the actor props enough because he's like likable.
Yeah.
Even in doing something like, he makes you like him when you're like, all right, I'm not gonna like this dude. He's here to kill people.
Mhm.
But he's like, he's like, no, you gotta play it up like this. You know, the closet is like the womb. You know, like,
Yeah.
like when he's sitting in the fucking library and he's like, Paradise Lost.
Found it.
It's Like this dude is likable.
He
Like I want
is.
to fucking smoke a blunt and like talk some shit about stuff
He
with this
was
guy.
likable. He did magic. And he like made them all trust him and shit with the fucking like getting along with everybody. You
And
know?
I honestly,
he still had his little fucked up moments where you're like, oh, this dude's not right. Like at the beginning where
yeah.
he's showing off his turtles and he's like, yeah, I only keep pets around that I can eat. And there's just awkward silence. You're like,
No, but I think that's also to fuck with them, right? Like he's all right. So here's what I took away with this, right? Like him fucking around, like that's the real him. When he's in his killer mode, that's like work, right? Like whenever I go to my job, I'm not fucking talking hotty dotty. Like people think I'm mean because I come in, they're like, "Oh, hey, how you doing? What are you here for? Where's the oven? Oh,
right,
oh,
right.
yeah, okay. Like I'm not sitting here to fucking have a conversation with you, fucking baristas. Like I don't care. Okay, like I'm here to get my shit done and get out fast.
You
Don't
got a
talk to me.
3 hour drive back home afterward. You gotta get in and out.
Some fucking times, yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm literally like not, like none of them would ever suspect that I have a fucking thing. Like the guy doesn't talk much. Yeah, that's what people think about me at work. The guy doesn't talk much. Like you guys fucking think about that. Like so there's a completely different perspective that like you have when you're working than when you're like not working, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So like if I was having a documentary being done about me, I would be more like, oh, lottie dottie. I'll be more like how I am during stream, during podcasts, with the documentary crew, and when I'm actually showing them what I'm doing. In my case, it's repairing ovens. In the serial killer's case, it's like the serial killer shit, right? Like when I'm doing that, it's more serious. Like when they're like, okay, when he's like, don't do this, don't talk to the chick. You know what I mean? Don't go in there and talk to her. Like that's literally like somebody going in and fucking with like the electrical of an outlet that I'm supposed to work on later. It's like
Yeah.
don't fuck with that. Like what are you doing? You know what I
Right.
mean? And so it's just looking at it differently. So I do think that when he's jumping around and when he's like, talking with his mentor, I think that's the real him, right? And I think when he's like, okay, now I'm in work mode, right? That's work mode. So it's
Hmm.
I sort of like how there was sort of a difference there. Um
Yeah.
I like the character. I'm
Yeah.
very like I'm surprised that actor hasn't done more things.
Yeah.
Honestly.
He has.
So,
It's just nothing you're interested in.
it's theater. I don't watch theater. I have to go to places and sit down and it's fucking hot and it's fucking no. Yeah, I like to fucking be in my room with the fan, just fucking. I like to wear fucking loose pants and have the fucking wind just going right into my
Yeah.
undercarriage. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Hell yeah, you overheat. You over fucking heat. I can't do that in the movie theaters. I'm gonna have the cops called on me. Like, sir, put your pants on. Sir, you can't bring this 40 fucking inch fan in the like. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna work. But I can do that here.
I like the whole Ahab thing with Dr. Halloran. He's all proud.
Yeah.
That was funny.
He's all proud and celebratory. I've got my Ahab, and he meets up with Eugene, the old guy who's like an ex serial killer. Just married and living the retired life now.
Right.
That was great.
He had a hot wife.
Hot wife, yeah.
Yeah,
She was-
his wife
she
was
was
his
right.
last like or not victim, but the last like survivor girl.
What I think is, I bet she was maybe trying to kill him because when they get to their house, she's like, "Oh, he's out in the sleep deprivation tank," and they go get him, dig him out of there, and he's like, "Oh, what day is it?" And they realize he's been out there for like 3 fucking days, and she's in the kitchen just hanging out, doing her thing. I'm like, yeah, I bet she would have just left him out there, But
think?
I think
yeah, probably.
I just think that's to show like that's literally the show. Oh, he can wake up whenever. Like, don't think you killed him because like, that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
Like
These dudes are superhuman.
That's to show that.
Ooh, maybe
know,
after he woke up at the end of the movie off the gurney, he married Taylor, the camera lady, and they're living happily ever after too now.
He's not retiring. What? No, he's got to go another one to go do.
Yeah.
And then Robert Englund has to find him and do the whole thing.
No, Robert
This
Englund
time there's
died.
not going to be a camera crew. Oh,
Oh,
you're right.
Doc
Well,
Halloran.
the other Robert Englund.
Doc Halloran died.
The name Doc Halloran is a reference to
Halloween?
yeah, was it the same name though? What was the guy's name in Halloween?
It's very similar.
I mean, Halloran sounds like Halloween. Is that what you're going for?
Well,
I have no
The
idea.
actual doctor in Halloween that was chasing Michael Myers. You know what I'm talking about? You know what doctor I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I know you do. I'm talking to.
I do. It's just been so long since I've seen Halloween. I don't know.
Yeah, the
I don't
bald guy.
remember.
What's his fucking name though?
Mm.
Dr. Zhivago.
That's it.
Are you bullshitting me? That's not even
Dr. Strangelove.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, okay.
So
I'm talking about nukes.
how about that scene in the library, right? With the freaking Zelda Rubinstein, the little gal from Poltergeist.
Yep.
That was great.
Aw.
That's the first time the film actually switched over to the cinematic mode.
When she's delivering her amazing fucking speech.
Yeah, because he sets up Leslie sets it up so that she will the waitress will find something about a relative in her past, and she has to get on the microfiche and like look up everything. Typical, like just a great moment. I thought that was great. They really lay into that, and then they have her deliver her little speech, and that little creepy whisper, straight from Poltergeist.
That lady is so creepy.
Yeah.
She's always been so creepy.
But
she used to scare the shit out of me in Poltergeist, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was just something about her was ominous. I don't know, just the way she talked, and I don't know.
She's a good guy, though. That's the sick thing.
Yeah. She was great. She was great, though.
She's dead, right?
I think so, yeah.
Damn, dude.
She must be.
Pretty sure. There's a sweet little picture of her on Google here.
Yeah, bring her up.
She died in 2010.
No.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
She's been dead. She ain't even a skeleton no more.
Well, she's a skeleton. She's not.
Maybe not.
What was she? You're not powder.
Rest in peace, Zelda. How about I like the scene at the end where it's the moment before the teenagers arrive at the house, and he's sitting up in the loft in the barn with Taylor, and he starts crying because he's so happy. They have their little moment. I thought that was great.
Sorry, what scene?
Yeah,
when show up at the house.
Right before then, when Leslie and Taylor are up in the loft in the barn looking at the house, and it's like his moment. He's so proud of himself. He starts crying.
Yeah,
I'm so happy.
He rigged the house. I thought that was I like that.
Yeah.
Like with the branch and everything. He's like setting up the branch. He's like this, the panel, and all the little traps and tricks. I thought that was.
That little part is when the camera's following him around the library, and he's like jumping around. He's like a little monkey.
Yeah,
he's doing the little flips and stuff.
Yeah, I like the cameraman's little comments here and there.
I was mad that they got fucking clapped up.
Yeah, you had to see it coming though.
Scoop the guy's heart out with the fucking shovel.
I was like, those guys would be I would be the cameraman in that. I'd be like, come on, Leslie, you're my boy, man. And then I think the cameraman even did say that before he got fucking.
Yeah.
Like, come on, Leslie. And then he just gets straight fucking clapped up.
Mm-hmm. Hey, let's.
Go ahead.
I was just
gonna say, great fucking movie.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. Let's score it. Let's give it our
final thoughts.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I'm gonna go with an 8. 8 out of 10.
Nice.
I like how it takes the horror genre and flips it on its head, and makes you look at it a different way. And even though it's doing the same thing, it's funny.
Interesting. I think I'd like to see that in more content.
Oh, really?
You'd like to see that in a video game, possibly?
Maybe.
Yeah. A little bit of innovation.
Maybe if they took the Scream universe to the Nordic mythology side of things, it'd be interesting.
Yeah, why not?
How would you be if they added a camera function? All right, Kratos, you got to record so you can see the enemies. It's just like you would be fucking so mad. You'd be like, why is this bullshit where I have to pull out a camera before I can attack?
He wouldn't know how to work a camera. Like, boy, record that.
Yeah, he would definitely make the son do everything anyway. At the time.
No, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I mean, I'd be hard pressed. It's a cult classic. It's just fun. It's a fun ass movie.
I've never heard of it before that.
Really? That's great. I love introducing stuff like this to people. We watched it. Actually, my girlfriend's son and his fiance were visiting for a few days, so we were up. I think we started it at like 1 a.m. and watched it 1 a.m. to like 2:30. Yeah, everybody loved it.
About a month ago.
About a month ago.
About a month ago.
So no, it's a fun ass movie. I think it's really well done.
I agree.
But, yeah.
I'll go next because I know Crumb is gonna shit on it.
No, I'm not gonna shit on it.
You're gonna shit on it more than I am. You're like, yeah, probably. So I'm gonna go with 7.5.
Mm-hmm.
Only reason I'm not doing an 8, right, is one because Shred did an 8, and I want to be better than him. But also because like I liked it a little bit better back in the day, right? Like I think the innovation and stuff like that was different, especially with the found footage kind of deal. Because I was watching it like that. The reason why I watched that one was because I was watching a ton of found footage film movies, right? So the other ones that I brought up, Man Bites Dog, Henry. I don't think Henry Portrait of a Killer was found footage.
Henry's an old ass movie.
But the other ones that I brought up were found footage movies, right? August Underground is definitely found footage.
Well, this isn't really found footage though.
It's not, but it has the kind of shaky cam.
Yeah.
I like the camera angle where it puts you in the movie.
Yeah.
Right? Like those are the movies that I was digging at the time. And in terms of like all of because there's a lot of bad movies like that. A lot of bad movies like that. Which you guys will find out about soon enough. Wait, I said I'm doing the last bad movie today. Anyway, we'll think about this later. But there's a lot of bad ones. And when I saw that, Rise of Leslie Vernon was such a breath of fresh air. If you would have asked me back then when I first saw it, I would have been like, fucking 10 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Amazing. Now I'm like, and if you're putting it up against like the big ones, Hereditary, I'm going to say like 7.5. But
really,
again,
it's not really scary.
It's not.
No,
it's a breath of fresh air, though, right? It's different. It's like
even now, I think
you want to see the end. You want to see the end. Like it's not a movie that I would ever turn off. But yeah, no, I feel like time did degrade it a little bit, though, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're giving it a 7.2? Is that what you said?
7.5. What
All
are
right.
you doing?
7.5. I'm giving it a 6.
That means he loved it.
I liked it. It's okay.
Anything more than a 4 is good for Crumb.
I would never watch that movie on my own. I don't think. If I saw like a trailer for it, or if I watched maybe like if I seen it, I don't think I would watch it. I don't know. Like if I was Netflix and I passed by the like cover for it, I don't think I would have ever. So I do appreciate you for that, Dave. But yeah, I don't know. It was not my favorite, but it was good. I mean, I thought it was pretty funny. I'm not really too partial to comedies necessarily. Maybe
Right.
But
Oh
yeah, I thought it was okay.
I only heard of this movie because our mutual friend Pengo recommended it years ago.
Yeah, she loves that movie. When
Years
I told her,
ago
she
to
was
me.
like, oh shit.
Yeah, so
Pengo's awesome.
I too may not have watched it. I don't know. I don't even know if I heard of it before she mentioned it, but yeah,
I would have been like, Rise of Leslie Vernon. What the fuck is this?
yeah, it sounds stupid.
Sounds dumb. But yeah,
Cool.
I don't know. It was good. It's not my favorite, and I didn't think it was bad or anything. But I'm not like crumbing over it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! Did you use coming?
No, I said crumbing. I said crumbing.
I know. I'm saying use crumb.
Wait, is crumbing a bad thing?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I feel like ejaculating. I feel like that's a painful. Like I feel like there's rocks coming out when I come.
No, it feels good to crumb. It feels good.
I don't
Anyway,
know.
the sad thing is if since I write crumb and crumbing all the time, if I ever fucking sex somebody, you best believe I'm gonna say I'm crumbing at the end on accident.
Could you?
So, that's the downside of being the crumb nut, you know?
Yeah.
This user cannot be found. That's what you're gonna say after I'm crumbing. It's like
Yeah.
You need to open like a bakery called I'm Crumbing.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
or crumon or something.
It better be the best fucking pastries you've ever had, because this motherfucker is the most
I never shit in
judgmental.
my life.
I know you better find somebody. I feel like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I know you'd be like, all right, let me taste this. What is this
I don't
dog
know.
shit fucking cheesecake? Bam!
I'll get a Dominican to do it.
I can just see you fucking. Oh, see, that's not racist.
No, I knew a guy who's Dominican, and he's fucking
Oh, so you're not saying all Dominicans can
No.
bake very well?
no.
So you're saying some Dominicans
Never
can
say
bake
that
bad?
I'm not attracted to black women though, because that's
Look,
weird.
See, well, I'm not saying I'm not. Look, I'm not saying I'm not attracted to black
You
or to white
literally
women.
said that.
I'm saying that in terms of the white women that I have seen, right?
Oh,
There
God.
is not. I wouldn't go out of my way to like. You know what? I haven't been attracted to a woman since 2012 when I met my fiance Keisha, and she said yes. I met her in 2006.
That's a good answer.
She didn't,
That's
she
a
funny
didn't say
about
yes
that
in
is
2006.
I've been with my wife for 11 years, right?
Yep.
And I asked her to get married after 4. So what the fuck are you waiting for, bro?
Look,
You making
money.
her wait
I
a
need a
decade?
house. First of all, do you know how much it is to buy a house in California
Yes.
versus
I understand.
fucking
I live in New York. I'm
exactly?
paying the same thing as you.
I wouldn't say the same.
Bro, I live in one of the most expensive places to live in the world. I live
All
on
right.
Long Island, okay?
Three
I don't think you
bedroom,
understand.
three bedroom house. We're talking like 1.2 out here.
Yeah, I don't, that's a bit exaggerated, but yes, I understand.
I'm
You
not
wanna live- if
exaggerating.
you
Though.
wanna live in LA,
I'll show you a 3 bedroom that's 1.2 right here in the Bay.
Man,
Yeah, if you want to live in the fucking city, you're gonna pay that as well.
Yeah, I guess you're true, but
More.
I feel like you don't have space in the city.
That's right, and you're getting less, and you're fucking paying more.
Did you know there's more homeless people, or there's more empty houses than there are homeless people in California?
I'm not surprised. California's a fucking shithole.
Oh
Dump.
yeah. Well, first of all, yes.
Fucking
But
horrible.
second of all, I prefer it to a lot of other places than the fuck. We're not getting into fucking California politics right now. You see how fast this is just reverting into me fucking defending Gavin Newsom? Because
Yeah, I
that's
don't
what
know
it's
why you're
about to
doing-
be.
I don't know why you're
Yeah,
doing
no,
that
it's about to be me
more.
defending. I met him one time. He's a lot shorter than I thought he was.
You should have picked him up and fucking done a backbreaker on
Dude,
the fucking guy.
I met the fool when I was in high school, and I'm like, he was like right here to me, and I'm 6'1". They're like, he's supposed to be 5'10". I'm like, this motherfucker's like 5'7". This motherfucker's like 5'7", bro. I remember I met him, and I remember I'm like, who is this little man in this tiny little suit? And I'm like, oh, that's Gavin Newsom. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then it's just like, he's supposed to be 5'10", and I'm like, that motherfucker is like 5'7".
You should have fucking picked him up and chokeslammed him.
Look, listen.
Undertaker style.
Look, just be like, listen, Gavin.
I'm gonna have to body slam you now.
That motherfucker might be
Why?
president one day. Don't fuck around.
No way.
You don't think?
That's not possible. We're not getting into politics.
All right,
Anyway,
we're done. Come
Yeah.
on, hey.
Yeah, no politics here. Thank you very much.
thanks.
See, you see, me
Mark-
and Crumb will have another podcast for that called Crummin' Politics or Crummin' all over Herbal's Politics.
I don't think either of us are qualified to speak on politics.
So what? So many more less qualified.
You
people
don't.
do.
Yeah, you don't need to be qualified to talk about anything in
No,
these
so
days.
many more less qualified people say so much shit that so many more people listen. All right, we're not getting into this. We're not.
Marco,
Take us out.
what's your movie?
Ah,
It's your turn. I know what it is, but I want you to remind me because I've blocked it out of my brain.
man, God.
Are you still doing the same one?
You know what? I see your guys' beautiful faces. We're doing Smile. All right, we're doing the 2022
Okay.
Thank God.
movie Smile.
Okay.
Is that
Instead-
available to watch online?
It is
Mm,
actually, and I
Okay.
have it. Actually, if you guys want to do like a watch party, we can do that because I bought it. It's really good. I saw it in theaters.
Yeah, me
I saw it
too.
in theaters. I saw it in theaters with Keisha during our little vacation, like the first night we got there because it was nothing to do. So we were just like, oh, let's go to the movie super late, and we went to the movies, got hella kettle corn and hella pizza, and we're just
Nice,
I'm
that's
sitting
fun.
up there fat as hell, just with all the snacks I've ever wanted as a kid in the movie theater, just like watching Smile, fucking all in the back. Like it was great movie.
It's fun.
Well,
It's fun.
let's watch it
I liked
again.
it.
Let's watch it again. There were some other things that I need to see, but yeah, no, we're not gonna do. I'm not saying that we're not ever gonna do that movie.
Killer
I'm just saying
Toys
that
from Uranus or something. I don't know. What was it?
Tiny Toons.
yeah, Terror Tunes.
Terror
But
Tunes.
yes.
Oh, Terror Toons.
But yes, if you guys say anything else degrading about this movie, then we shall be watching that. But no, I wanted to do Smile because let's get some more views on our fucking videos, man. We're doing more mainstream shit. Tag Smile. Everybody
guys see
smile.
Barbarian yet?
Yeah, Barbarian's great.
Yes. Great.
I like that movie. Very funny. Very funny movie.
Yes.
Fucking great.
Yeah.
Favorite part of that movie? Man, I've been here for 40 years and she ain't never been down here before.
That was my least favorite part when she Kool-Aid Man smashed through the brick wall. I hated that.
That was so fucking funny. I'm like, who is this old bitch and why does she have so much strength?
The
Like,
best part of that movie is when he's measuring the fucking the square footage and he's just ignoring the fucking clear rape room. And
Yeah.
he's like, hell yeah.
He's like,
just measuring. He's like, fuck yeah.
Oh, look.
Mr. Long is such a piece of shit.
Opens the
Like,
door. He's like,
Yeah.
dark stairs that go out down to nowhere. Oh. Gets the measuring tape out again.
he's
I
like,
also like how
fucking-
when he
come on.
Googled like does basement space count as
Count
square
as
footage, he
square
had to like
footage?
do like 10 pages of Google searching like the most obscure
he's like,
Yeah.
the result he
it
wanted.
can. Oh, it can? It's like, no. Like pages of no's. And then it's like, well, maybe if you do this, and this. And he's like, oh.
Yeah, Smile. Highly recommend Smile. Not Smile.
Barbarian.
Barbarian,
Yeah.
Well, like me and Keisha actually got into a conversation about what she thinks is better, Smile or Barbarian. How about we watch both? You guys think about watching both and then like doing?
I've
a
already seen
head-to-head?
Barbarian, so not a problem for me.
Yeah, I've seen both. So,
I've seen both too, so that's what I'm like, and I'm down to watch them again just to get a refresh.
do you want to do both next episode and just kind of breeze through a couple games if you feel like it? And
Head to head,
Yeah.
Smile versus Barbarian.
Then you guys can tell me how much you enjoyed rowing in a boat with Marvel quips.
First
and
of
then I can
all-
tell you guys, hell yeah.
First of all, God, what I will buy you again. I've been drinking this VSOP privileged cognac. When we meet,
Let me ask you something, Marco.
yes,
Would you like me to have the exact same opinion as you guys, and we can all fucking suck each other's dicks and say yes, yes, yes?
That's
yes,
what I
yes,
thought
yes.
this podcast was. What are you talking about?
No.
Literally, that's the pitch that Shred gave me. He said it's gonna be a fucking giant circle jerk. Okay. No, but
that's what I led with.
there-
And Marco was like
but
on board
it's-
right away.
It's not fun if I just allow you to have different opinions and we don't push back and talk shit about each other, though. That's part of having different opinions. It's like if we both like different fucking football teams, we'd be fucking like sending each other memes about Tom Brady's wife getting banged by fucking what's his name?
I don't know. Tom Brady kissed his son on the mouth for 7 seconds. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's weird.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah.
You can watch the
7
video.
seconds?
7 seconds, right on the mouth.
Ah,
What? No, let's not talk about it. I don't want to talk about that. Was that like big news or something? Should I have heard
Yeah, it was
about
in the
that?
news. It was
Okay.
in the
come
news,
on.
yeah.
That was great. I thought him like getting a divorce from his wife, and then his wife like, no,
He's like,
he,
no, the kid goes, Dad, can I buy fucking whatever? And he's like, yeah, no problem. He goes, what do I get? And then he's like, and
stop making it like.
I
don't
swear,
make it weird
that's
like
exactly
that.
what happened.
Don't make it.
Uh.
Don't set the fucking stage for the weirdness.
Yeah.
Like you're setting the stage up. You're like, what do
So
I?
yeah,
Why?
he goes,
Really
do I
say,
get?"
what do
Well,
I
he's
get?
getting a massage, okay? And he goes,
This
what
is
do I
bullshit.
get?
Now you're making this up. Now this
Okay,
can't be real.
this is the exact fucking transcript, motherfucker. And then he kissed him on the mouth for
It's
7
like
fucking
he's
seconds.
getting a massage. From who? Who's massaging this man?
Professional masseuse.
Where? Are they in the mall? I thought they were in the
No,
mall.
he's at his it right now. Oh my god.
Yeah, you are. You are. Look at you. You are in this. You're looking at Tom Brady right
He
now.
makes him come back. He makes him come back and kiss him more. Oh my god. Poor
This
kid.
is the,
Mr. Brady, what are you
the
doing?
reaction. The reaction on both your guys' faces is like, I see Shred imagining it. I see Crumb looking at it, and I'm just enjoying both of you guys right now. Like, this is great. I'm very happy.
Well, now I need a drink. Oh my god. All right.
Hey, I have
Alright,
some
we're out.
privilege.
We're out. Hey,
Now we're out. Where do we find each other?
Find
We
us.
gotta do the outro.
Find me on Shredface and Nero on Twitch. Twitter under Shredface Weirdbeard.
Nice.
Yeah, Marco, where can we find you?
I'm Herbal Remedies with a YS, spelled exactly like my name over here. So, find me. I talk a lot of shit. Watch videos about random stuff. Sometimes we get into politics. A lot of the times we're talking shit about, like, I don't know, cops. Whatever I find on YouTube.
And I'm Crumnut _ everywhere, basically. Crumb through.
Keep
Crumb on
crumbing.
'em.
Crumb all
Crumb
over.
all up.
Well, I have a
all
new
over 'em.
catchphrase. I forgot
Okay.
it though. It's like, it says, "Crumb alone, crumb with your friends, but don't crumb on me." That's what I say when I end now.
I like it. I like it.
So
I like
mature.
it. We need a tag at the end of our podcast. I don't know, some kind of outro. I don't know. We'll think of something.
3 guys will crumb on you.
Hey,
No, it doesn't have to be that.
you can find us
right.
at fngameguys@gmail.com if you want to email, or leave a comment down in the comment section. We're on YouTube here. If you're listening on Spotify to our audio version, which am sorry, I'm still uploading slowly, but we're getting new episodes up there eventually. Rate us 5 stars on Spotify, sure. Crumb on that like button here. Crumb all over the like button on YouTube.
Respect.
Hell yeah.
Comment, watch, tell your friends, tell your family, brothers and sisters, tell your pets. We'll see you
Tell your
next time.
sister especially.
Yeah, your sister. Sorry. Okay, yeah. See you. We'll be back next time with Barbarian and Smile head to head.
Boom.
Smash
the
them up.
first versus,
Yeah.
first flicking game guys versus,
And
we gotta have an animation.
I'll think of something.
Okay.
Okay. I'll
We
just
gotta have an animation.
let me whip up some animation real quick.
Magic right now.
All right.
Flipping
And
game
whoever wins, whichever movie wins, gets crumbed on. So, congrats. We'll see what happens. Join us next time. Hopefully it won't be 30 days until the next upload, but things happen. It's it's getting into holiday season, guys. Fuck that.
Ooh.
Well, that's all right. We should have more. We should have a little bit more time.
We should. And I have some days off.
Yeah.
Let's make some time. Let's do a special Christmas episode. I don't know. We'll figure something out.
God, could you imagine that?
Thanks for sticking around for this hour-and-a-half episode, everybody. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Crumb on.
Later.
I stole your tagline, Crumb.
That's okay.